Right, hello all you lovely YouTubers. Come back this week is my Burgman that I sold. The gentleman who bought it said it weren't charging, so he said he put a new stator on it and that didn't make any difference. But what he also slightly mentioned was when I got it returned, because it was returned by any van, there's absolutely no power to it. So I've just opened this up now to have a look and put a battery on it. So we'll just quickly go over, see if we can keep you there. Let's first of all put a voltmeter on it. Now this isn't going to make any difference. So you stick your voltmeter at 200. You can be any of them, it'll just give you a lower sign. So what I'm going to first of all do on there is put my earth on. I need to put that down there, and I want to see what's received, what's giving out. Right, so 10 volts, so that battery is absolutely useless. It shouldn't make any difference, even though there's only 10 volts on that. I should still get, when I turn that on, I should still get a dash lights. Now your main power lead from here, your positive, goes to your solenoid starter motor, which is on the Burgman. It's a couple of screws, it's under here. This is your solenoid starter. The top fuse is a spare. Your main fuse is underneath there. So the next thing I have done is put my voltmeter on these two pieces here, and we're getting 12, well we're getting 8 volts to here, 9 volts to here. So I know there's power coming from the battery to this, so we've still got nothing. Now the next thing you'd follow up is to your main fuse box, which is here. So you look on there, you can see inside there, ignition, your heads, your signals, etc. So your ignition is your first one that you do, which should be a 10 amp fuse. That's got a new 10 amp fuse in it, so that's fine. We've still got nothing. Now when we're to this point where you've got nothing on there at all, I've got to do one thing now. I've got to trace. For me, it's going to be probably an earth. So I'm going to start going through and looking at all the connectors. What I will do, I've started unscrewing the bolts. I'm going to take this front cowling off. I'm going to take the front headlight out so I can get to all the electrics. Then I'll go back to where the stator is. I think the stator's, I've had a hernia, so you'll have to excuse me. The stator leaves on the left hand side of the bike down here, so I'll have to take these cowlings off and check that. That's not going to make any difference to seeing your dash lights coming on. So my next thing is now to put a fully charged battery in the bike, which I've now got one on there to be done. I'll take off all these and then I'll chase, and the first thing is I'll chase from your negative on the battery. I'll find out where that goes to, and that'll go down to a ground point somewhere on the bike, so we'll clean them points up. Now this is on there, I have no idea what that is, and you can see it, it's just manky, no idea what that is. The bike has this fan, this switch, no idea what that is. But what makes me worry is there's power going from there. It's not connected to the battery, so that has been tied into the loom somewhere. So wherever that wire is going, I need to trace that wire and see what it's doing, because that could be seeping. Too late now to do it, but I will go ahead and I will start working my way through it and find out what's going on. And then I'll go through the bike. I'll just show you as well two things. When a bike generally isn't starting, it's one of two things. When it isn't charging, it's one of two things, sorry. So your regulator down there, regulator rectifiers down there on these Burgman 600s and the 650s, you can see it in between. That is the first thing that people normally go to. Then your stator is the second thing that you go to. So we'll see what goes on. We'll look through. He's obviously had this bike apart at some stage, and he's absolutely done something. Now he may have just taken out a wire and moved a wire and it's come off an earth point or something like that, but we'll see. It's going to be a bit of a journey. Most people, just to let you know, would not take bikes back that were sent out that were running, and they were sent back not working at all. You know, most people just say sod off, take the bike back. I've been courteous enough to take this back, but we'll fix it up, we'll get it running, we'll see what's going on, we'll give it a good polish up. And as I was going along it, you also noticed that he done that, so he's broke that bit of plastic which we've got to fix. But he's updated the exhaust. He's done a bit of welding, which it was, the exhaust was bad, so he's done bits of work there. And it's like I say, sometimes that's the way it is, but it's a 20-year-old bike, so don't expect a 20-year-old bike to be a new bike. I've got a BMW C400X which has gone into BMW today because it's got a fault on it, and that's an 18-month-old bike. So that's, again, it's not holding its charge. Now on my bike, it seems to be, my bike has got a tracker on it, and BMW believe the tracker, because it's not registered, is talking back to the tracking company all the time. So you need to register that tracker, or you need to take it off, which I find a bit, you know, true or not, I don't know. Couldn't tell you, but it'll come back, and if it's still when it's been disconnected, if it's still losing its charge, it's going back to them and they can fix it. So bit of interest now, bit more work to do. As I say, I've over the last 6 weeks I've had a hernia operation, so it's really stopped me doing anything I want to really do, even doing this little bit, undoing that battery and undoing these things is quite takes quite a lot out of you. So follow me along as I go along, and as you can see, you've got to read the manuals. If you don't read them, don't rely on YouTube to help you, because it's not going to help you all the time. So I'll do a bit of work on it over the next couple of days. We'll try and get all that off, and I'll show you as I go along. There's loads of videos on taking off the headlights and the front cowlings on them. They're a bit of a ball. Like, you've got to take all these bolts off down here, and then you've got bolts along the inside here. But if you're careful and just keep notes, and like I do on either side, I keep my little screws in each side. I'll have them boxes to put them in either side, and then with a bit of luck, she'll be up and running. I'll give her a good ride, and we'll see how we go on. Change the battery. Right, thanks for watching. This is part 1 of the return of the Suzuki Burgman 600. I think it's 2001 it is. 02, sorry, it's an 02, and it's sad in my own bike, I can't remember the year of it. Yeah, so a bit of work going on, and what a shame, eh? Because they're still, no matter what, they're still a cracking bike. And I would say, I mean, like I say, 2002, it's 20 years old, and this, it's not running now, but it will run, I can promise you that. But to get to work and to do your travelling on, you know, local distance, 20-25 miles, you wouldn't go wrong with these. There's actually better weather protection on this than on my BMW. And even it's a 400, even though it's bigger than me BMW, but it's slightly lighter. and to be fair, the seat's a lot more comfortable. It hasn't got heated seats, it hasn't got heated grips. You could put them on if you wanted to, but yeah, this is going to give me a bit of a challenge, and I'll go along it and find out what's going on. And I may even have noticed things like this that I didn't remember seeing them on it, because I polished this bike, so there's scratches and things like that on it. Whether that's been done by the courier, I don't know, but I'll fix them, I'll polish them out, and I'll give it a good polish up. I'll bring up all these this bodywork here. It's been serviced, it's had a good service on the bike, so there's no reason why that needs doing, but I'll double check it anyway. Right, once again, as I keep on saying, see you on the next one. Birchwoodbiker out, and welcome back to my channel. And I've got 95 subscribers. Every one of you, thank you very much for subscribing to me. I really do appreciate it. I never in my life thought I'd get 95 people following me, and I hope it improves, and I hope, as I say, I start getting some good content out and you enjoy it. Can't wait next year from the BMW. I'll be going on the Hard Knock Pass on the scooter. We've also got the CBF 1000, which needs a little bit of work too. My nephew, that's my nephew's bike. In effect it's mine, but it's my nephew's, and I think I need another bike as well as my scooter, and it'll probably be one of these that I'll buy, to be honest. They are fantastic, absolutely fantastic bike. I keep on looking at my NC750, and it's like I say, I do love the 750, but for what I'm doing, going to work on my BMW, I just love the scooter. I just think that scooter, now there's two versions of that scooter. There's a GT400 and the C400. Mine's a C400. The GT's a bit nicer looking, to be fair. More fairing on it, more coverage, exactly the same motor, everything's the same on it. It's just the fairing's just a slightly bit bigger, but I do like that little C400. I'm going to work on, as I say, it's 120 miles to the gallon, generally 100 on average. And weather's getting cold, there's no heating in the garage. I need to really go through it and sort it all out. There's a lot of work to do in here. There's a lot of stuff I need to get rid of, including all them toys that myself and my boss go to the charity shop and collect every week, which is going to stop because I've got loads of it. So I'm going to get rid of that. And as you can see, lots of work. And that's how dusty my helmets are, because they've not been used. And I've also, just for everyone, as you can see in one of my videos, I was actually hit by a car. I bought new armour for riding my bike, which goes underneath. It's about £70. Really good, really good. It's good RXL, really good kit to go with, to be honest. Just really good kit to go on with. So it's a proper armoured body, covers all your ribs, which my ribs were fractured, so that's going to make a difference. That'll be going on everywhere we go. Not everyone can afford what Mrs. Sender Flyer has got, you know, actual jackets that inflate at 500 quid a pop. They're at £70–80, but really good quality material. They will protect you, and if you fall off, they'll protect you. It's a bit dirty now, a lot of dust in here. I've got my waterproof suit that'll go underneath, and I'll have my padded gear underneath that, so quite looking forward to that. So anyway, let's work on the Burgman 400. Let's get her back on the road. Let's get a new owner for her. Bring it to life, a bit like Wheelie Dealers. Let's get her back to life and get someone riding her. I'll have a go on it once she's done. Thanks for watching again. Keep on saying thanks for watching, but this is definitely the final time.
See you on the next one. Birchwoodbiker out.